Stage 8 today. What a stage. We thought it was going to be difficult. It really was difficult. Sky, again, I guess we can call them the biggest winners besides Direct Energy's Calmejane, but they were happy. They worked hard, but it played into their hands. HGC stays the same. We saw the only jersey that's changed is really the King of the Mountains, going to Calmejane by 1 point now. He gets to ride with the red number as well as the most aggressive rider of the day. There was no panic. There was no panic at all from Sky's guys. They sent riders into that early break that was really dangerous. Once those guys had finished their policeman job there and saw the break had sort of whittled down to controllable numbers, they actually fell out of that break back to help Sky. BMC guys stayed up there. What was the story today with that BMC team?
Okay, well, with the BMC team, this is now the topic that we're going to really cover a little bit more in depth with regards to this stage. You've got probably one of the favourites apart from Froome. So Froome, outright favourite, Port is the next favourite after that, coming into the Tour. BMC have really messed up the team for Port's chances. If we have a look at the last few days, we've got BMC sitting on the front, turning a huge pace to line it up for Greg Van Avermaet to try and take the stage against Sagan. Okay?
He got fourth.
Fourth at that stage. Then a couple of days later, we see BMC on the front again, heading to the hilltop finish that Aru wins. Get to the bottom of the climb, there's nobody there for Richie Port again because everybody's just disintegrated. There's no BMC left except Port. Today, they send two riders up the road. We spoke about it. We said it's possible that a GC rider will send 2 or 3 of his guys up the road as a springboard for them to try and gain time. Now, that happens, we're like, okay, cool. So Sky is there, BMC is there. Sky drop back, we're like, ooh, okay, what's happening here? Obviously, they now want to control it because there's BMC up the road. They're not going to work together. BMC and Sky won't work together, ever, in that kind of situation up the road. Van Avermaet goes so hard, he gets to the bottom of the climb, and he's bonked. He's hit the wall. It's over. Nicholas Roche goes, and he makes an attempt at going up the road. So we think, okay, cool. Maybe he's getting further up the road to line it up for Port. Springboard for Port. Port puts some time into the guys, gets a really good time advantage. He gets halfway up the climb, and he hits the wall. What happens when we see the peloton coming up the climb? There's an aerial shot, one little figure in a BMC kit there in the middle of the bunch, and he's all on his own again. So, in my opinion, these guys have not brought a team capable of backing Port. And if they have brought a team capable of backing Port, why is Greg Van Avermaet and Nicholas Roche going for their own little bits of glory? Because there's too many leaders in this team, in my opinion. There's no outright leader. So I don't think that BMC have got this right. In fact, I think they've messed it up. And I really feel sorry for Port. I think he would have had a better chance if he had a team that could look after him. What do you think about this?
Well, I think the DS has to take a bit of responsibility there. He should hold that team together. Yes, they are all experienced riders, but the DS, at the end of the day, also makes those calls. So when he puts riders up the road to act as policemen, that's great. The minute he sees these guys starting to turn themselves inside out, that's not part of the plan, guy. That's not going to help you get the yellow jersey by sacrificing yourself before one of the most difficult stages tomorrow. Those category climbs tomorrow, out of category climbs, are going to be a killer, and you're going to need Van Avermaet and you're going to need Roche there tomorrow to help Port. Silly, stupid mistake. We've seen it cost teams in the past. Yeah. Deutsche Telekom was a perfect example of that years ago when you had 3 top class riders, but they all rode for their own individual glory. They could never ever beat Lance Armstrong. They had the team to beat him, but you know what? They won the same program as he was. They couldn't beat him.
So yeah, that's a fact. I mean, if we have a look at it, in my opinion, Sky is the team with the biggest balls there. They've taken all of their team, all of their experience, they've backed Froome completely. They're not going there for Sprinter's jersey, they're not looking for stage wins, they're not looking for King of the Mountains. They want yellow. That is the sole purpose of that team there, and in my opinion, you can see that. You can see the team is solely built around Froome. Everything that happens is built around making sure that Froome takes that yellow jersey. I don't see another team strong enough to even compete with him, and hence, him being the outright favourite.
It'll be interesting to see. 1970 was the last time, Eddie Merckx, that the team held the yellow jersey for all stages of the Tour. Sky have definitely opened this first week up, and they look like they've got a good chance. Great to see the guys we mentioned, breakaway specialists, getting into the move. Yes, Henry, you did select the winner. Great to see the youngster Calmejane up there. We saw he battled it a little bit, started bonking, not bonking, but started cramping, which is almost as good as bonking. He didn't panic. It was great to see the way that I pulled it through.
Yeah, he had a really mature sort of mindset when that happened. The reason he cramped is probably due to a little bit of inexperience, maybe overreaching, possibly also his age. So he is a young rider. A more experienced, older sort of rider would kind of like know how much he's got left in the tank. So he can gauge his effort. He also knows, all right, the feeding zone or his bottle collection zone is almost time up now. So he knows if he needs to collect something or if he can start turfing. Calmejane, I think, maybe miscalculated that, but the maturity within him when that happened was something to be quite impressed with. I must say, I don't think he would have won the stage today without the help of some of his teammates. You called Chavanel for the win. He was there, Vukler was there, and one of his other teammates were there. So we had 4 direct energy riders in the break today. You know, personally, I think the tactics were to try and line Calmejane up for this. He's young, he's up and coming, he's on good form, he's been showing it all year round, and the fact that he had Vukler and Chavanel there, just sort of keeping an eye on him, probably talking him through the race, giving him tips, giving him pointers, lining him up, preparing him for that stage win today. So I think it was beautiful the way he won the stage, and even better the way the stalwarts and the experienced riders in the team just sort of got him to that point.
Well, they'll definitely be toasting the young man tonight. He'll definitely be toasting them. The last time the stage finished here, Chavanel actually won the stage.
Yep.
Direct Energy, they a wild card team. They're not part of the Pro Tour. They get selected to come as an outside team every year to come and ride the Tour de France. There's certain promises they have to make the organisers. They have to say they're going to bring a good, strong team. They're going to come and race to win. They're going to light up the racing. They're going to make it exciting. They ticked all those boxes today. Their tour was made today by the youngster winning. He did a great, great ride. That whole team will be super chuffed tonight. The tour organisers will be happy to have Direct Energy there again, if they haven't already penciled them in onto the start sheet for next year.
Most definitely very surprised if they don't get a wild card for next year.
Coach, let's go and see what's happening with stage 9.